Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to upgrade my welding machine. Many of you might have already seen the video in which I made a spot welding machine with 4 of these capacitors connected in parallel, and it worked pretty good, but it worked only for welding small nails. So in this video I'm going to increase its power by adding 3 more capacitors in parallel. So initially I was using, this is a 10,000 microfarad capacitor, this is a 10,000, this is a 10,000, so it's a 30,000 setup, and this is, I think it's a 5,000, yeah, it's a 5,000 microfarad capacitor. So total is 35,000 that I used in my previous video. So what I'm going to add to it is this 10,000, this 10,000 and this 5,000. Okay, so I'm going to add 25,000 more to this 35,000. So together it is going to be around 60,000 microfarad at 250 volts DC. So let's connect all these capacitors in parallel. Okay, so guys, the machine is complete now. Now all I have to do is give an input power supply of 12 to 15 volts DC and place a 100 watts bulb over here, and the circuit should start working as a welding machine. Okay, so now I'm going to test it. Okay, so guys, finally it's time to test the welding machine. You can see that all the capacitors are connected in parallel, and these two are the output terminals, and this red and this black wire are of the multimeter that will indicate the charge on this capacitor. At present the charge is 0 because I haven't turned on the system. Here you can see that I have connected a 100 watt bulb as in my previous welding power system. Everything is same as in the previous video, and this is the 12 volts to 220 volts converter. And here what I have is this 12 volts DC power supply converter. Okay, so it generates 12 volts, and the wire is, yeah, it is this. As you can see, this is the wire, and it has come over here and it's like this. Yeah, I'm connected over here. Also guys, these two are the output terminals with which I am going to perform spot welding, and once I will plug this in, the capacitor bank will start charging, this bulb will start glowing, and the voltage will be indicated here on the multimeter screen. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, yeah, the board is pretty messy. Yeah, before I do that, I have to connect this to the welding part, because after the capacitor bank is charged I cannot touch them, so it will be difficult for me to connect them in the charged state. Okay, so the positive one will go here. Okay, yeah, well, this time negative one will go over here. Okay, and and the positive one will be connected to this. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this nut to the head of this plier. Okay, so let's switch on the multimeter first, pointing it towards the 1000 volts DC mode because the voltage is going to be above 200 volts, and I'm going to plug this in. Okay, so the capacitor bank has started charging. That converter is producing 12 volts DC and I am feeding that 12 volts to this inverter. That in turn is charging this capacitor bank with this bulb in series, so that this inverter does not suffer a short circuit because of the capacitor bank. So as soon as it will reach 200 volts, I am going to touch these two terminals together. Okay. Yeah, you can see that the bulb has stopped glowing because all the voltage has been fed to the capacitor and there is very low voltage drop on this bulb. So the filament has stopped, but the capacitor bank is still charging. You can see that it is increasing, 188, 189, and now it is increasing slowly. Okay, so guys, it's almost 200, so I'm going to get ready. Go! Now you can see that the bulb has started glowing because all the voltage drop, because the capacitor bank has been short circuited at this point, and all the voltage is now available for this bulb to glow. So this bulb is protecting both the inverter, the capacitor bank and the charge controller itself, and also it is helping in this welding project. Okay, so let's check if the weld is proper or not, but first let's disconnect the power supply. Okay, so the power supply has been disconnected and the voltage on the capacitor bank is flashing 0 on the multimeter, so I can touch the terminals. Okay, this first one, this is the second one. And now let's check how strong the weld is. Okay, yeah, it is a bit hot because of the high short circuit point. So this is the welding point. I'll show you a close view. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and it is strong, pretty strong. Yeah, it won't easily come out. Okay, now I have to do the same thing to this side for another of my project. Okay, so let's do that too. Go! Power supply has been safely disconnected and the voltage is showing 0. I am safe to touch this terminal. Yeah, it is stuck. Okay, now this one. So guys, as you can see that the welding has been perfect. Okay, so guys, that would be all about the video. Thank you so much for watching it. Please hit like and don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you. And also hit the bell icon for updates.